Hello, my friends at Good Shepherd and St. James parishes. It's good to have you back to the November version of the Deacon Sandy video chat. I want to speak with you primarily about two things during this time together, and they are things that will not surprise you. In fact, it would probably surprise you if I didn't speak about them. I wish to speak to you about the current status of COVID and what is allowing us to do, and to some degree allowing us not to do at both of our parishes. And I want to speak with you about post-election. And I want to speak to you as how we as Christians and as believers can walk the walk of unity, trying to bring people together under God and not add to divisiveness in our country. And I understand that this is a challenging conversation to have with you just before Thanksgiving and Christmas season, but do know that this is something that will end with an uplifting tone to it, and something I hope gives you reassurance. And so let us begin then talking about COVID. I think it's important to pause a moment and offer a very heartfelt thanks and gratitude for all, for parishioners, for staffs, for our priests, for our ministers, for all who have been so willing to be flexible. Over these 8 months, we've gone through a lot. We found many creative ways to continue to pray and to worship, to offer ministry, and to be connected, perhaps not as much in person as we would like, but to stay connected in many ways. So thanks to all who have either helped make that happen from the parish side, and all of you parishioners who have been willing to flow with this and be supportive and understand. What I'm going to say now is a result of what we've been hearing the last several weeks. I'm recording this on November 16th. And ever since this began, all the way back in March, we are experiencing now the greatest number of new cases each day and the greatest number of deaths, not just in Wisconsin, but right here in Waukesha County. And so as a result, we're going to have to continue to make adjustments. One of the most recent is that I've asked the Christian formation departments in both parishes, who had begun to have in-person Christian formation in addition to virtual offerings for those who were not comfortable coming, either the students themselves or the families or the catechists. I've asked that we go now to all virtual through at least the end of November, and very possibly and even probably through at least the end of the year. I am comforted by the fact that I've watched our Christian formation departments offer amazing and creative things for our youth of all age groups, virtually and online. So patience and understanding, again, parents and catechists and staff particularly, in bearing with us through this particular recent adjustment. I've also asked a halt for all approvals for ministries that may ask to gather in the building face-to-face. We allowed a few to begin to do so, and we're going to pull back on that because, again, we're worried about what may happen in terms of carrying in or carrying out the virus within our buildings. And so we're going to pull back in that area. We're still going to offer ministries, and they're going to be offered through mail, through websites, through Facebook pages, through Zoom meetings, and to a great degree virtually. And I want to end this COVID update with the assurance, as I've done many times in the past, and deep in your heart you know that my assurance is something you believe in. We're going to emerge. We are going to see the light at the end of the tunnel and come out of this. We know that because we have God with us. We know that also because we've just heard from the pharmaceutical industry that they have very good trials that are being completed now for vaccines, and there are dates already being proposed, probably in spring, but we'll let that unfold naturally. But rest assured, please, my dear friends, we will emerge. We will, in fact, emerge victorious and conquer this pandemic and this virus. The second area, similar in terms of it being worsening in recent times, is the post-election tone of the country. We knew before the election that there would be division no matter who ended up winning. So we planned before the election to hold a post-election prayer for unity and love. And we're going to offer that on Tuesday, November the 17th at 6:30. We're going to live stream it. There will be ministers from both Good Shepherd and St. James there. Father Dennis and Father Don will be there. I will be there. Sister Joanne from Good Shepherd will preside. Barb Schulke will direct music. And we'll have readers and ministers again from both parishes. So it will be an evening prayer format. So there'll be psalm and song, incense. We will lift to God our heartfelt plea that God would inspire us and others to have a change of heart and to look for what we share in common and not always point to what divides us. So please consider joining us and praying for that prayer. If you can't join because you're not online or you can't get on the Zoom meeting, we're going to record it, put the link on our website so you can look at this at a later date. And my sense of this is we'll offer another one or two of these before the end of the year for unity and for love. So that's it. I wanted to bring that to you along with my wishes for a happy and blessed Thanksgiving, a powerful Advent as we await in joyful hope for the coming of Christ more fully into our lives, that our Christmases be also fulfilling, different, most probably for most of us this year, but it doesn't mean we cannot celebrate as family and we cannot continue to love and to gather virtually or face-to-face, if appropriate, with our most cherished friends and family. This past Sunday, we had in our gospel Jesus' story about the talents and those things that he offered to, the master offered to servants. And two of the three servants invested their talents and grew them. One of the servants chose to bury the talent, afraid that the servant would lose it or that they would displease the master. So let's not be afraid during this time of COVID. Let's not be fearful of bringing unity into our world in this post-election time, charged with political jargon. Let us, in fact, invest our talents in each other and to the good of God. And so I say to you again, thanks for being with us. I ask that God bless all of you and your families in our parishes as we now enter into the holiday season. May it be rich and full and be lasting in positive memories for years to come. Good to be with you. Take care. Look to seeing you again for our December video chat. Bye-bye.